So this is my second part of my 3-part series on how to pass Tier 1 and Tier 2 selections. Today we're going to cover Part 2, which is how to pass Tier 2 selections. So first, reiterate my background. I'm a former Special Forces Tier 1 operator, and I also got to be a cadre and an instructor for a Tier 1 selection. So we're talking about Tier 2 and how to pass Tier 2 selections, which cover WITESOF, which is your SEALs or your vanilla SEALs, your MARSOC Raiders, your Marine Force Recon, your Rangers, your Green Berets, your AFSOC guys. So the main thing about Tier 2 selections is there is a lot of negative reinforcement. They are trying to break you down, and it's a lot of team-oriented events. These are the two things that separate it the most from Tier 1 selections, because Tier 1 is more individual, and actually they don't give you any negative or positive reinforcement. I have 3 main tips on how to pass Tier 2 selections. Tip 1 is be fit and show up with the right type of fitness, which means not just being good at running. You have to, 1, be familiar with the water. Not every selection involves water, but a lot of them do. And then 2, you need to be able to move heavy weights. And what I mean by that is you need to learn how to lift. You need to lift heavy weights, but because most of what you are going to be doing is rucking. And if you don't know how to move with weight, you're screwed. I have seen so many guys who are like amazing ultra marathon runners, and it's the great equalizer. As soon as they throw a 50, 60 pound ruck on their back, and then they're toast, and then they're just falling behind on everybody. If you can, learn how to ruck run. It's not as important in Tier 2 selections. In Tier 1, it's a necessity. But if you're able to ruck run, which is basically you're able to run any flat or downhill surface, and then you walk the uphill surfaces, you're gonna be able to crush it. My second tip is to be a great teammate and don't be a tool. These are team-oriented events, and I can tell you, in a lot of these selections, you can be peered out. So you don't really want to stand out. And if you do, you want to stand out for the right reasons, but basically be the gray man. Don't spotlight yourself, work with your teammates. This is one of the only times, because in Tier 1 you don't get this. In Tier 2 selections, you'll be working with your teammates, and you get to rely on them. While your life is miserable, you can work together, you can bond to get through the suck. Right? So don't alienate your teammates, be reliable, always be on time, be with your right equipment, try to be at least 5 minutes early to every event. And you want to help your teammates without making a show of it. They don't want superstars, they want great teammates. Almost all Tier 2 selection and organizations are all designed around teams and how you help within the team. It isn't until you get to the higher tiers that you start working in such smaller teams or almost individual missions. And that's why this is so much more important in Tier 2, is the team aspect. I've literally seen people who are amazing, probably one of the best people in selection, literally get kicked out because they were prima donnas. So don't do that. Never be the drama, don't complain, ever. Don't gossip or argue, don't brag, and don't make excuses. So tip number 3 is never quit. Embrace the misery. This is going to suck. It's designed to suck, all right? So when you're going through training, don't avoid the misery in training. Embrace it. Trust me, it will help you. You want to stay positive no matter what. If you screw up, you fall, something happens, stay positive. It's all about how you get through things. Most people that pass, they're not necessarily the fastest. They're the ones who kept going. You have to be able to master your self-talk. And you also need to know why you're here. If you showed up and you came for anybody but yourself, you're already losing. And when at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're wet, you're tired, you are in the middle of nowhere, you don't even know where you are, that's when your mind is like starting to turn on you. And you have to have the self and the mental discipline to turn it. Stay positive. Don't ever quit, all right? Everything is one step at a time. Take every event as just that event. Don't worry about the event afterwards. Don't worry about the next day, all right? And I know this is a title of a book, but it's one of my favorite. The only easy day was yesterday. Because remember, you are gonna go through pain. You're gonna go through difficulties. And remember, this is just a moment in time. You will get through it. And this difficulty will turn you and make you into the better person, the person that you've always wanted to be. This is a great opportunity and an amazing experience that you should take full advantage of and embrace the suck. So when you get down to it and everything is really, really sucking, just remember, it just take one step at a time, and I promise you, you will get there. If you never say the words, "I quit," you're gonna make it through, I promise. I hope that was informative. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave comments. I try to
respond to every comment that you guys leave, and within the next couple days, I'm going to release part 3, which is once again how the differences of how tier 1 selections differ and how to my best advice for passing a tier 1 selection. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys later.